What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So that quarry that we had going at the end of the last episode, guys, it is producing so much stuff. Yes, so good. I don't have to mine anymore. Super, super happy. So what I'm doing right now, hit F5 one too many times. What I'm doing right now is I just melted a whole bunch of redstone and I am infusing sand with redstone to make blitz powder. This stuff we need in order to make these redstone energy flux ducts. So the recipe for that is this erothium dust, which is this blitz powder plus saltpeter plus redstone plus sand. Saltpeter is a thing I'm gonna have to figure out how we're going to get. I think it can spawn in deserts. I've only found it through this nether saltpeter or in the nether. So yeah, that's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna have to figure out how we're gonna get. But I want to make a bunch of that erothium so we can get these redstone energy flux ducts going. So it also requires signalum, hardened aluminum glass, and the flux electrum blend, which we've made previously, which is electrum infused with redstone. So lots of redstone going into this. And then you also have to fill up each one of these with 2 redstone dust. So first step, we are getting the erothium, or I guess the blitz powder made so we can continue crafting those things. I'd really like to get off these power wires like I mentioned last episode, but then we start running low on redstone, and yeah. Now that we got the resources coming in, it's all good. So, at the end of last episode, we were running out of power. I didn't show it on camera, but I came back, our power supply was almost empty, so I was kind of scrounging around trying to figure out what to do. I did end up making 6 more water wheels and sticking them on top of our existing 6 water wheels here. And I have also filled up some of those redstone energy flux ducts that I showed at the beginning of last episode with some redstone. And yeah, we have all of our water wheels being connected through these, and they all go into one tesseract here. And this is going to a special channel. It's not named, it's just frequency 999. Now the reason why I'm doing this is so we can have all of our different power productions going to channel 999. That feeds into our main battery over at the base. And then our main battery at the base sends power out on this main base power. That way we can keep tabs on how much power we have stored up if we are making too much, or I guess if we're using too much would be the only thing we should care about, and how much power we have left. So yeah, the input for our batteries are that 999 channel, and then everything else is being sent through the main base power. Cool. So let's go check on the quarry and let's see where we're at right now. Looks like if these chunks will load in, maybe we'll do the F3A thing. And there we go. All right, so it looks like, oh, it's working on like this chunk right here. Okay, so yeah, it's gone a decent distance. Let's check out how far this is. Yeah, okay, so that is a lot of area that it has mined out, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's check the resources. Oh, right, so when I noticed that the power at the base was going down pretty significantly at the end of the last episode, I quickly grabbed a hardened energy cell and I put it over here. I put it over here to input power into our ender quarry so I could limit the amount of power going into it. Like, I think I brought it down to a couple hundred, I don't know. But anyway, just so it wasn't sucking all the power out of the base and we wouldn't be left without any power there. So let's check the resources that we have. We got 16 draconium ore, which is pretty good. Yeah, this chest is completely full of stuff. I've taken a lot of redstone, a lot of coal, and a lot of iron out of here, as well as copper and gold. But yeah, we're overflowing over into this chest, and then all the things that are not ores, I've been pulling out, like these hives and this marble, and sticking over into this last chest over here. So yeah, we got lots of marble, and then I did set up this trash can to delete quicksand, limestone, andesite, diorite, and granite, because we don't care about those, and we already have a decent supply. But yeah, we don't really need to worry about those right now until we have a better storage system for all of the stuff. So yeah, all of that stuff is being deleted except for the marble. I thought we might build out of that stuff. I don't know. Hey, speaking about blitz, isn't that what this thing is? Hey, how you doing? Die. Yeah, blitz rod, cool. All right, so we're gonna head back to the base. Yeah. Also, when we were running low on that power, and I set that hardened energy cell over there at the quarry, I did go down to the nuclear reactor, and I put in a few more quad fuel rods. So we were making power off there, and I made another tesseract for it down below. Let's go check that out too. All right, so in here, yeah, we got our nuclear reactor. I did put in more of these fuel rods here, and then I hooked up the HV wire connectors like so into a tesseract also on that channel 999. So all of our power for the base, we'll close that. Like I said, I don't think that really matters if that's closed or open. But yeah, all of our power for the base is going over here into our batteries on this tesseract, which is receiving on 999. So all of our power production comes into the top. We can see how much power remains, and then all the power on our named main base power is coming from that bottom energy cell. So we can kind of see, you know, how much power is left, if we're making enough, whatever. Our batteries are full, so we are making more than enough. I think I did the math over there, and if each one of those water wheels is producing 88 RF a tick, and we got, what is that, 12? We're making like over 1,000 RF a tick right there. That hardened energy cell only allows 800 maximum through it at this point. So yeah, I mean, we're, you know, at least 200 coming into the base at all times after the quarry. So yeah, that's really awesome. Okay, so what I wanted to do today, let's go on sleep. We got mobs that are gonna be spawning all over the place. What I want to do today is I want to start looking at our drawer setup, our storage drawers. I have gone down below. Let's break out a block here and look. I have gone down below, and all the extra ones that I had, I went ahead and I laid out down here, so we have a little bit more storage. I would like to get these all the way down so they're 12 blocks away from the controller at some point. I just haven't gotten to the point where I'm going to craft those up. But what I wanted to look at, though, is it this one? Let's put that back. Yeah, what I wanted to look at is the compacting storage drawers. So that way we can... that way I don't have to worry about taking the redstone and putting it into blocks, so we're not using up all of our storage. All I have to do is put the redstone dust in our controller, and it'll automatically put them into blocks for us. So it can store a lot of stuff that way. I think that's going to be much better. So if we go to storage drawers, yeah, this guy right here, compacting drawer, holds 16 stacks, and that requires a rolling machine, triple compressed cobblestone, a storage drawer itself, some pistons, and a metals chest. Condenses metals into blocks. Huh. Okay, so that is some steel gears, which is steel plates. So each plate is one piece of steel. 4 of them gives you 4. Looks like we have to do railcraft maybe to get those. Is that the only recipe? Yeah, okay. Well, we have a rolling machine that we got from a village at some point, I do believe. All right, I found the rolling machine, and here it is. So we just need to put in 4 stacks of refined iron or steel that'll make into steel plates. It says click to craft, but it's already crafting. I think that click to craft is if like you only put in 1 in each stack, not a full stack in each one. So anyway, it doesn't look like there's a faster way or a way to speed up this machine. It's just gonna go. I guess we could make more machines and, you know, expand out the production line, but I think this will be fine. So let's see. I was looking also at this niter stuff. I got one from killing that blitz. So the recipes I kind of skimmed over real quickly. So yeah, the blitz rods we can pulverize them in 50% chance of the niter, but also there's sandstone that we can pulverize to get 2 sand out. So normally it's 4 sand to make a sandstone. Is that right? That might be right. 4 sand to make a sandstone, I think. Okay, I'm double checking now. Yeah, 4 sand to make a sandstone, and then 1 sandstone you can pulverize into 2 sand, so it's 50% loss, but you get 50% chance, and niter. So since we have all of that sandstone being quarried up, we can go ahead and pulverize that and get our niter that way. So that's how we're going to do it. How are we doing over here? Okay, we almost are at a stack of these things, which is cool. I think the last time I made steel plates like this was when I was making the boilers in previous seasons of modded Minecraft. Yeah, the Railcraft steam boilers. Is that even a thing that we can do in this? Steam boiler. I can't remember what those things are called. Let's look at the uses for these. Steam oven. No, that's not it. Liquid fueled boiler firebox. So it looks like that is a thing. Let's go back real quick, actually. What else can we make out of those? I think... I'll be surprised. No, the high-pressure boiler tanks are here. So it looks like we could go ahead and do steam for power production at some point. We've done that in the past. I mean, it's not the most exciting power production, but that is another way that we can make powers off steam. Okay. So we have these done. Let's go grab some iron. Let's go back to this thing, actually. So at storage drawers, we were looking at the metals chest, which required the steel gears. Oh, it's actual gears in the center. Aha. Okay, so we're going to have to melt down a bunch of iron. Yeah, look at that. 122 blocks of iron. We're going to melt down a lot of this stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do a full stack or not, but we're going to melt down a whole lot and make some gears, and I'm going to make some of those steel gears. Okay, I guess we're going to do that much. Yeah, let's get some crafting done, guys, and we'll be back. I tell you guys what, if you want to craft a whole lot of gears, just putting on one of these fluid ducts with a servo on there and just having it auto pour onto the mold is probably the best way to do it, except if you forget about it. Yeah, I ended up making over a stack of those things. What do we got here? Like almost a stack and a half. Yeah, a lot of iron gears. I went through, I don't know, like 42 blocks of iron doing all of that, but that's fine, that's fine. We're probably going to need every last one of those gears that I made. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to build here. Let's go ahead and get the first part done. We're going to kind of check these things out. Did I do those in the wrong order here? Or am I forgetting something else? All right, let's go back to the recipe. Thought I had everything. Okay, so iron, 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 iron. Ah, those are not steel gears. Those are just the iron gears. Okay, well, that makes things a little bit simpler. I think these go over here then. Okay, so that'll make a metals chest. All right, so let's grab these and we'll stick those over here. We'll swap these all around. Cool, so there's a rolling machine. Rolling machine goes here. Metals chest goes here. Compacting drawer goes in my inventory. All right, so let's set this guy right there. Shift right click. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff in here. So I don't know if these things work standalone or if they have to be connected to a storage controller. I think I remember hearing at some point that these things have to have a controller on them. It's shift right click. I keep doing like control. Anyway, let's try putting some stuff in there and let's just see what happens. Oh no, okay, so they don't have to be connected to a controller at all. So it gives us the options of the nuggets, the ingots, and the blocks. So that is really cool. And if we shift right click on there again, yeah, we can see all of the different quantities. And then these can be upgraded. We've seen that before. So we can upgrade those so they can hold 8 times their base value. And these do stack. So you can put in, 5 of those if you wanted to and have a ridiculous amount of storage for all of our ores, which I think we want to do. We could also, do the 5 times and use obsidian instead of diamonds, which, kind of makes sense at this point. I don't remember how many diamonds we have. Let's take a look. So we're at 129. Well, I guess we could make some of the diamond upgrades. I'd rather wait until we have a really good supply of these where diamonds just don't matter anymore. What about emeralds? Yeah, we still don't have any emeralds. So obsidian would be a good one. And there's also these status upgrades. Shows fill level. Shows full. This is... Oh, yeah, that's the emerald one. I thought those were in order. Oh, maybe... Okay, never mind. I guess my screen just changed a little bit. So there's the obsidian. Then we have a gold one or a iron one. And that does 2 times base value. Okay, so I think what we'd probably want to do, we'll make a bunch of these obsidian ones. And we'll do one of these compacting drawers for each type of metal. So we can put steel in there, iron, all of this stuff. It just makes sense. And we'll have a large storage for this. And then we'll have like some way our quarry is sending the raw metals over to some kind of ore processing area. And then the ore processing area can send stuff back over here in the ingot form. And then we'll get blocks or nuggets as well as the ingots. And I think all 3 of these do show up when we look in the inventory panel here. It'll show all 3 different types. I do believe... Yeah, because if we're looking at the tooltip, like what am I looking at or whatever, yeah, at the top there, it shows 1, 2, and 3, the different storage quantities. Well, it says plus 0 to nuggets, so maybe it won't show nuggets. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that all out. Okay, well, let me go ahead and make a few more of these things, try and put all of our ores in there, and we'll see how this thing works out. Cool, so here we go. We got our compacting drawers all set up here. Well, this is as many as I could make before I ran out of the triple compressed cobblestone, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to make some of that. But yeah, this is really, really nice. Now, I wasn't sure how this was gonna display in our inventory panel here. If we shift right click with an empty hand, we can see how much stuff we have. We got 1,500 of the nuggets, 171 of the ingots, and then 19 of the blocks. So if we come in here and search for iron, yeah, we can see the same thing right here, 1545 of the nuggets. So it shows all three of them, although they're the same thing. So it's not like we have this many nuggets and this many blocks. We just have to realize that. So if I pull out a stack of iron ingots, we can see that the stack size here changes after it updates. I think it takes a minute. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's down to 11 from 19. And we put those back in there again, it'll update. Cool, I really like this. That makes things a lot more simplified, and we're not spending like all these extra drawers and things like that on it. Yeah, I really like this. We do need to get the upgrades in there though. Okay, so we're out of the triple compressed cobblestone. We need a way to create that. So we could do the extra utilities method where you have a lava block, a water block, and then like a piece of cobble between it with the transfer node items and a world interaction upgrade, and you can pull out. Yeah, well, that works, but you need like 64 of those to pull a stack at a time, I believe. And then you have to deal with the fact that you have lava around. Yeah, I really don't want to deal with that. So the next best thing would be to make the igneous extruder from thermal expansion. So that's what we are going to do. So I already got the recipe laid out here for the basic one. And we're just going to go ahead and upgrade this all the way to the resonant version. Okay, so the resonant version has upgrades that we can put in there, and each one of these increases the amount of cobblestone it can produce. I think by double is how this works. Anyway, when we get the max level one in here, this guy right here, this will allow it to do 64 cobblestone per operation, which is pretty quick. I mean, the extra utilities ones you can make like really fast, but again, you have to deal with the open lava block. I don't really want to deal with that. So now I got to figure out where I'm going to stick this thing. You know, for now, maybe we'll just stick it right here. And just to check it out, what can I pull? Yeah, let's get rid of these diamonds. Okay, so we'll pull the diamonds out and let us just use an axe. Okay, we'll put the diamonds back in here. Cool, so I want to see how this works. Can the igneous extruder push cobblestone in here, and does that automatically compact? I imagine it probably would, but I don't know, so let's find out. So we come in here, let's go and put the augments in there. All right, so we can do 64 at a time. We need a bucket of water into this thing. We also need a bucket of lava. And the only lava we have is back here, so I'll just grab that. And lava, cool. So now it's doing stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. So we got, if we shift right click, we got cobblestone, compressed cobblestone, and triple compressed cobblestone. That is really cool. So it does this all automatically. I like that. Or see, cobblestone, no, that's only double compressed. That's not triple. Or did I say double? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it makes double compressed. Now I'm curious, can we set up another one of these? Like if we have a pipe piping out of this into another one, can we do it into, I guess, the 5 times? What do we have the least amount of? Maybe these redstone blocks? I want to try this now. Just kind of see how this works. Oh, come here, redstone. Get in there. Yeah, we're going to try this. Oh, it went right into here. Dang it. Didn't want it to do that. Can I put it in here, maybe? Okay, so let's grab this one. Let's grab a servo, and we will grab an item duct. This one right here. That should work. Cool. And we stick that right there. That right there. This right there. Like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Quadruple, double, triple, and quadruple is what it produces. So that's pretty awesome. I like it. Okay, so I wasn't sure if we pulled out the top if that would be pulling out the double, but it definitely looks like it is pulling out the double since we have the double, triple, and quad. Yeah, that is really awesome. Okay, so we can just leave this go and we will get ourselves a whole lot of cobblestone over time. We could continue to expand this and get up to the 8 times compressed cobblestone. I'm not sure let's go and check this out. I'm not sure if the 8 times compressed cobblestone, if we can do anything with it. No, it doesn't appear that we can. Yeah, in previous packs, or I guess in other packs that don't have this recipe disabled, you can smelt this into a bedrockium block, but it does appear that this does not, or maybe we can't even craft it. Maybe we can only go up to quadruple is the thing. Oh, that might be. Okay. Yeah, another thing, I know that you can use this stuff to open up the portal to the Deep Dark. And I do believe this portal is disabled in this pack. We can only see, like, information about it. We can't craft it. There's no recipe that I can see. So unless the recipe is just hidden and we can craft it, I think the Deep Dark is disabled as well. So that is something else to be taking into consideration. So this is the triple, right? So I got 7 triple compressed cobblestone, so I can come over here and put those like this and then make more of these drawers. Awesome. Cool, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this and make all the drawers that we need, and we'll be back, guys. All right, so we're over here at spawn, and I put some iron in our iron to steel converter a little while ago. Yeah, a few hours ago, actually. And looks like that has all completed, so that's awesome. We got 9 more stacks of this stuff. So what I want to do is I want to collect our ender chest that we left here. This is the one that we used to transfer our stuff from spawn over to our new base. It's the red colored one. I left it here because I didn't really know what to do with it, but I think for now, now that we got the compacting storage drawers and all this stuff in there, I got a perfect use for this. We're going to take this little fella and we are going to set this on the other side of our redstone furnace. Yeah, so when we automatically pulverize stuff, what's up, Ghast? When we automatically pulverize stuff, it goes right into the redstone furnace. The redstone furnace is going to eject into this thing, and our ender chest has already been set up. Can I go up? Thank you. Yeah, our ender chest is already set up to be automatically extracted into the storage drawer system. So this is basically a pretty cool early game, well, mid-game automation for this. So yeah, what we have right now is I can just dump ores in here. It gets pulverized. Yeah, I was making some niter. You know what? I think we're gonna not do this right now. Anyway, yeah, I was pulverizing that stuff. I was making niter, and yeah, so we can just put our ores in here. They should automatically process, go through here, and instead of going into this chest, we can have them go into this chest. In fact, I could just dump things in there, and that should go right into our system. I almost called it an ME system, almost, but I didn't. Okay, so another thing I've noticed about these storage drawers, guys, this is pretty awesome. Like, if you have, I don't know, some kind of copper, let's just say this kind of copper, whatever this is, if you have another mod's copper, it automatically or dictionaries it and realizes, hey, that's copper too. It sticks it in here. So like you can convert all of your different types of coppers into whatever you have into your storage drawer, which I find amazing because normally that just wastes a lot of space, even though they're like the same kind of things. But yeah, the game thinks they're different. So anyway, so this refined iron, we have a storage drawer over here that has steel in it. Yeah, this one right here. So we got 416 steel. This is the railcraft stuff. So if we dump all this refined iron in there, it should now think that we have more railcraft steel. Yeah, now we got 992 railcraft steel. So that's awesome. I like that it just automatically or dictionaries all that stuff together. Cool. So let's go ahead and clean our inventory up a little bit. I wanted to go over to the quarry once again. I probably should sleep. I did die, by the way, removing some of these storage drawers. Yeah, one of them had a uranium in there and it killed me. Yeah, I died from radiation. So I went downstairs and I grabbed my radiation suit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted to come over here. Oh, you know what we could do? Trying to think of what all the different things we can do now. We have this other ender pouch. This thing right here. So this is another white one. So it's the same thing as my soul-bound one. But we can take this one and we can right-click it on here. Now this is a red. So anything that we put in here will automatically get put into the system. So I could go over to the quarry at this point with this guy and just send some stuff back instead of having to fill up my inventory. That's a thing we could do. We could also, well, I don't know if I really want the Quarry sending everything over to this channel just yet. We still have to worry about filtering out all of the other junk. And yeah, I don't really want my whole storage drawer system filling up with all this stuff. But like if we just grab the ores and stuff, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, let me go ahead and send over some of these things and we'll be right back, guys. Yep, pulverizing a lot of the sandstone, turning into sand and niter, which is pretty awesome. I'm also going to be pulverizing all these dense ores, which will turn them into the regular ore counterparts, and then also the redstone ore, so we can get the redstone and the cinnabar out of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I just put the ender chest directly below here, so this is all going over into the system. And then I also added in some of these compacting drawers for sand, for gravel, and I think that's it. You can also put locks on these things. There is a locking mechanism on there, so if you remove the last of the item, it still remembers what's supposed to go in there, so it won't fill with something else. So I went ahead and I did that. And then you can also use the concealment key on each one of these if you wanted to remove the rendered icon. But you know, I think just having about 10 or 20 rendered icons, or actually I guess it's 3 times, whatever. But yeah, it's not really affecting the frame rate too bad, and I like seeing our ores here. So yeah, we're leaving those shown. If it becomes an FPS problem, we'll go ahead and remove them. Another thing, you guys told me that the fluid conduit that I was using here previously is affected by gravity, and that's why I wasn't able to pull the fluid out and then into the inventory panel. Yeah, so I switched it over to pressurized fluid conduits, and it works. So we're able to fill up our inventory panel full of the nutrient distillation. Yeah, that's really awesome. I had no idea there was other types of these fluid pipes, but yeah, there definitely is. And it's just like, you know, using a fluid duct with a servo or whatever so you can pull out. But this being affected by gravity, yeah, that's a little weird. Okay, so the things that I want to work on for the end of the episode today is we are out of emeralds. We are completely out. Yeah, we just have like 5 little emerald shards or whatever. Oh yeah, that's how much niter we have right now, 391. We're just collecting this stuff like crazy, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, we are out of emeralds. So what I want to do, I want to grab another one of these safari nets. And what I'd like to do is head over to a village and collect myself a villager. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're going to spawn them and smelt them in here. Well, we might end up doing that at some point. But what I'd like to do is try and find one that has a nice, easy trade, something like wheat for emeralds, or I don't know, whatever, something we have a lot of. And then see if we can spawn these guys using the exact copy. I've done that before, and it kept all the trades the same. I don't know if that's been nerfed, if that's something we can still do or not, but I want to find out, because that'd be pretty cool. So where is the closest village to us? Might be that one over in the desert. Might be the one over in the desert. Yeah, I think this is it. Check out the quarry. You can see like the big area it's done now on the mini map pretty well. All right, let's head over here. I'm going to try and find a villager that has a nice trade, and we'll see if we can spawn in multiple copies. All right, guys, so I found myself a villager, and this one right here, the trade is 18 wheat for an emerald. And if you guys remember, we have the 10-10-10 crops for wheat. We can get 4 per harvest. So yeah, we can get this trade super fast. So I want to see if we can spawn this guy. We'll put him right in here. We'll do spawn exact copy, yes. We'll put our essence drum over here, and a fluid duct, and one of these guys, and turn this on. Ignored. Cool, so now we're pumping in the essence. Spawn exact copy, yes. And let's just do 1. I don't want to do a whole bunch. I just want to see if this has the same trade. It is. Okay, so what we can do is get a whole bunch of wheat, trade this guy until he doesn't want to trade anymore, and then say, you know, forget trying to unlock your further trades. We'll put you in the smeltery and melt you down for emeralds. Or, you know, maybe a second trade is going to be pretty good too. So let's just see what we got. We'll leave him there for a second. We have hay bales, which turn into 9 stacks of wheat. So yeah, we have plenty of wheat. Wheat. All right, so we will trade you that, and that, and that. Okay, so we can get 7 emeralds out of this guy. So maybe his second trade's pretty good too. I don't know. That's locked out. No, this is terrible. I don't want shears. Okay, so we can either kill him or smelt him. I think we're just gonna kill him. It's just going to be the easiest way to do this. So right away we get 7 emeralds. Now I think if this works the way I think it should, every single villager will probably give us 7 emeralds. If it's supposed to be an exact copy, it might be exactly the same, or that the trade could just be random. I don't know how this all works, but I guess we could find out real quick if we can get 7 more emeralds from this guy. So he's got 18, the 18 wheat trade. So we got 14. No, he'll only do it for 7. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, we can just keep doing this over and over and over again. I could just spawn in a whole bunch of villagers. There's no reason just to do it one at a time. And then we can get our emerald supply up pretty quickly, which is awesome. And then we also have all the wheat being grown over at spawn, which I should probably go over and collect a whole bunch so we can do this multiple times. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here for today. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out these storage drawers. I've never used... Why they no show? I don't know. I don't know why they're not showing the images on there anymore. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to play around with the compacting storage drawers before. Oh, that's the F5 mode. That's right. We already discovered that. I forgot about that. But yeah, I haven't really had a chance to mess around with these compacting drawers before, and this is really, really cool. I like this mod. You know, I bet we could even hook up Applied Energistics, a storage bus, directly to that storage controller and not even worry about making the digital drives. That might be a thing we think about. I don't know. But yeah, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.